brought to you by Smart, bringing people together, and the Belize Bank, our country, your bank.
Welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
And good morning, Paul. It is a rainy Tuesday outside.
Indeed.
I took the drive to work this morning and I had to take a little bit of extra time on the road. If you have not left your homes as yet, you might want to take an extra umbrella or maybe an even extra pair of shoes. Take your rain boots with you because it's quite mucky and wet outside, especially in the Belize district. I can't really speak for the other parts of the country, but I know I came from Borough Boom and also here in Belize City. It's quite rainy this morning.
And interestingly, we're getting some gusts as well.
Yeah.
Slight gusts here and there with the rains. And so I knew from this morning because the winds, when they hit your window panels, especially with the rains, it causes all right, what happened outside? A hurricane, and nobody warned us about it.
You don't want to be leaving your homes with your windows open because you might return back with your curtains wet or something wet inside of the house. But nonetheless, the show must go on, Paul. We do still got to get up and get ready for work. I know for a lot of kids, they started school yesterday. So regardless, rain or shine, mommy and daddy want to still get you ready for school. But we are happy to be here and providing you guys with this edition, Tuesday morning show.
It's a Tuesday morning indeed. It's still the start of the week. The week feels pretty fresh. I feel like you just bat your eye off for the weekend, cold already in your eye, that long here. Rest and sleep. Monday's here, Tuesday. So we still have quite a bit ways to go for the rest of the week. But I really want to encourage people to take the bull by the horn this week. If that's the type of week you're having, but even if it's not the type of week you're having, if you feel motivated, if you feel energized to get stuff done this week, still take the bull by the horn and know that you got this. You got this because you that you. Everybody else, no, that we, and everybody else, that we, right? So you got this.
I
and
actually
you get
am hearing that one for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you not from a village?
I
never say we with a Belize City. I only say we with a village.
I know what we is, but I never heard of
we and everybody else that we.
I might have to use that. But we do want to jump straight into our What's Buzzing this morning, Paul. We have quite a few topics to discuss this morning. I know a couple of them were on the news last night. But to start things off with What's Buzzing, I think we should begin with something a little bit more positive. You would know that we had mentioned the diagnosis of Dr. Echt, a beloved pediatrician doctor here in Belize. I believe it was about a month ago. He traveled to the United States to seek medical attention after being diagnosed with cancer. You would also know that Dr. Echt has come quite a few times with medical challenges. I remember his diagnosis in 2020 with COVID-19, and that of course shocked a lot of his patients and persons who love and respect him for the work that he does. But we saw quite an interesting video being circulated online, and this one I think warmed all of our hearts. And that was the official ringing of the bell, I believe.
Yeah, so Doctor, so you're right, Sabrina, in your entire introduction. This is video of Dr. Ek ringing of the bell, signaling the end of radiotherapy. So it's a part of the process, it's a part of the treatment process, because as you mentioned, about a month ago, he announced that he had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And so this comes by way of some good news to start the morning. to see Dr. X treatment is progressing well. He seems to be high in spirit in that video, smiling as he rings the bell. And I would imagine that for anybody going through such a challenging medical journey, any step of the way that is completed feels like an accomplishment.
Absolutely.
Personally thinking that, you know what, this is difficult, but there is an end of the road to this, and this is a part of reaching that end, ringing this bell. And so we want to congratulate Dr. Eka for being brave, for setting an example as a medical doctor, because though he specializes in an area, I would imagine that just being in the type of setting that he works in, he witnesses a lot of people facing medical challenges, and I would imagine he sympathizes and empathizes with them when they go through these difficulties. And so for him now, in a sense, to be in that shoe and to be able to set the example, as difficult as it may be for his patients, and to continue fighting the battle and celebrate these milestones, is an example as a medical doctor for patients facing challenges. And so hopefully this video inspires anybody out there facing a similar medical challenge or something that may be completely different, but a difficult journey nonetheless. Hopefully, Dr. Eck, what's his nickname?
Dr. Shrek.
Dr. Shrek.
Yeah.
The friendly Dr. Shrek.
And I believe the video was posted on a page called Friends of Dr. Shrek. And I mean, I just want to mention really quickly that the ringing of the bell in this instance does not mean that he is cancer-free. Yeah. It essentially means that he has officially concluded one portion of his treatment. Correct. For a lot of people that would have either had cancer or are loved ones of persons that were diagnosed with cancer, you would know that there are various forms of treatment that an individual would have to take. So in this case, he concluded radiotherapy. There are individuals who may have had to take chemotherapy with that as well, radiology. I know my mom took chemotherapy as well as immunotherapy. So this is just one phase of his journey to being cancer-free, and we're hoping to see that final video where he rings that bell saying he is cancer-free. And of course, as we always mention, Paul, we will be following this journey of Dr. Shrek, and we can't wait to tell that story.
You know, it only dawned on me moments ago that Shrek, it makes sense.
Just now?
Forgive me.
No,
moving
Paul,
on.
no.
Yes, it makes a lot of sense now.
It tied in so perfectly. I remember I did a story on him a few weeks ago, talking about his now battle to fight cancer. And I went to his clinic here on Coney Drive, and there was another pediatrician that I interviewed, and the doctor was saying, you know, if you could tell me what rhymes with my last name, I really want to take on the Dr. Shrek, Dr. X play.
Tell me his name.
I forgot his name, but I'll find it and I'll tell you. But you know, I love when these doctors are able to find ways to have these kids be more comfortable with them. We know Dr. Eka as one of those pediatricians that's almost kind of like a baby whisperer.
Indeed.
He has so many kids that love and adore him.
Yeah, so
but we do want to move into other topics.
So what we're going to talk about now, Sabrina, I briefly touch on BAPTA's statement regarding the situation with public transportation across the Belize City municipality. You know, anytime you start getting me into talking about buses, I get passionate, and it becomes.
You've taken the bus, right? The new bus.
I have not taken the new bus. I've taken similar buses.
Okay.
Not in Belize.
Not the one here.
Not the one here. I've taken similar buses, so I know what the experience is like. Last week, the group that forms the traditional city buses ownership issued a release basically saying that this new bus system, the e-bus system, which is under the Belize City Council, that it is causing them some economic hardship. They're contending that these buses are taking away some of their passengers, particularly students who would be inclined to using that route that the e-bus travels on. And so they're making an issue of this new bus system, new routes, the fees, the customers that are using the buses. Now, anytime these traditional, and I say use the word traditional loosely, but anytime these traditional bus operators they speak out, I tend to question for myself what it is that the actual commuters are saying.
Yeah.
You know, what are they thinking about the new system in comparison, not versus, in comparison to the old system or the traditional system? What are they saying? And so I found it interesting when the president of BAPTA decided that he would speak out and give his take on the bus system. Now, BAPTA is the association that focuses on persons living with disabilities, correct?
Yes.
And so we heard from Kenrick Theos, the president of BAPTA. I'm wondering if we could perhaps get a small clip on that bite played, just to kind of introduce his statements, because it's quite revealing.
Yeah.
Him speaking on these buses in terms of the benefits to the new buses.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the benefits that is now being offered to persons living with disabilities versus some of the challenges that they face with traditional buses.
And I believe last night he also mentioned his now ability of being able to move around freely, where before the C-Bus he did not have that opportunity.
So I'll see if we could play some of that bite. If not, we'll read some of what he had to say. But all right, so we're going to play the bite. Let's get into some of that.
We understand the plight of the bus owners as well, but they must also understand that as a country, we need to move forward. They have had more than 10, 15, 20 opportunities to fix this. They have done nothing about it. Belize has signed on to different international treaties and stuff, such as the Millennium Development Goals, and this is a part of that, where buses and vehicles and taxis and all that will have to fall in line. And so it's high time that disabled persons, injured persons, pregnant women can have smooth access onto a bus, as opposed to the situation now at the station where they're actually pushed onto the ground. So anything that falls in line with that and offers a better service, then we are for. Here we are 1 month later working, and they say affecting them negatively. I do not see how it will affect them negatively, because if you have your set customers and your customers are loyal to you as they said they were a month ago, then this system should not have flourished in the way it has. So obviously people are upset overall, not happy with the level of service that they're getting. As a disabled person, me in a wheelchair for example, I cannot access any of these buses here, and even if there's someone in there to help, if let's say they put a conductor in there to help, to assist me, there aren't any. Nobody's there to assist you with anything. The driver is he's kind of bound to his position. He can't move from there, so he can't assist you. So finally now we have something that for me works. I'm able to take the bus, for example, at the corner of the street here by my house, and the bus takes me all the way right in front of my clinic, my NHI clinic, for $1 Belize. $1. And it's not even about the money. It's about the fact that I have access to it now, where I can do that on a bus.
I mean, this is quite an interesting take. You heard it there from Mr. Theos's perspective as an individual wheelchair bound living with a disability. He speaks of the ease of access. He speaks of the convenience. He speaks of the service of the bus. He speaks of the price as well. Whereas these buses have a system where that lifts. That's my way of describing it, versus these traditional buses that has steps still, and you still have to find a way to get yourself and your wheelchair up those steps versus this system. And that's just one of the benefits. And so I liked how he puts it into perspective. clearly there's still some chinks, some issues that needs to be worked out in terms of the overall system itself, where we could find a way to coexist with these traditional bus owners and their routes, because at the end of the day, we're still talking about families, we're still talking about employment, we're still talking about the fact that these traditional bus owners, they have mouths to feed and families to feed as well, and so you have to find a way to strike a balance, and so it's a discussion that I'm sure we'll continue to have. Progress brings problems, and this is one of those problems that we welcome, because then it engages us in very insightful conversations.
Absolutely. And speaking of the topic of progress, this one is more regional. We saw an interesting story online sharing that Trinidad and Tobago is considering the removal of a part of their coat of arms, Paul. Now, I want to show that picture really quickly for those who might not be familiar with how the Trinidad and Tobago national flag looks. That's just an imagery of their coat of arms, very similar to the shield that we have on our Belizean flag as well. But if you zoom in on the bottom portion, you'd see 3 ships there. Now, this has to do with a part of the colonial history that Trinidad and Tobago has. Now, they are considering the removal of these ships to replace them with steel pans, Paul. Now, I think that this is equally interesting as well. And as you see there on the title, it says that Trinidad and Tobago is set to remove the Christopher Columbus ships from the coat of arms. Now, I don't know what would have caused this decision, but I think it's a welcomed one, Paul. This is also a part of progress in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, you sent me an additional attachment sharing that with the removal of these ships, there would be other I guess,
changes
documents or
amendments.
changes, amendments that would have to be made as well. I'm not sure where they are in this process as yet, because I believe they had to have a decision in Parliament, and it seems that that has already been decided on. But things like the marriage certificate, the passport, the dollar, the money, all of that would have to be amended as well. This is a part of history for Trinidad and Tobago.
Indeed, and it's the wave. It's the wave, the direction that the Caribbean is heading. It's the discussions that we've been having as a Caribbean unit, as CARICOM, to move away more so each year, each decade, each half a decade from our colonial past, as we, as a Caribbean nations, condemn slavery, imperialism, the whole colonial system, and for the most part, it seems as if, as Caribbean nations, we were attempting to detach ourselves from that identity, which in many cases was really impressed upon us through these imageries that we may think means nothing, but really it speaks to our identity. So the Trinidad coat of arms, it has the 3 ships, and I had never thought of this. I spent some time in Trinidad and I really never paid attention to it, and perhaps because I didn't grow up there, I didn't really look into the history. But the 3 ships are the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Nina. So to see those be removed, according to the PM, it's within a matter of 6 months. They're going to do a phased out process, and to see steel pans in there, that's huge. That is huge. History.
Also, the decision to use steel pans as a part of the coat of arms is pretty interesting too.
As far as we're concerned, that's where steel
it came from.
Came from, and so this is a big move, and I'm happy that we're highlighting that on this show this morning.
All right. Well, we want to say congratulations to them. We can't wait to see that new flag and the coat of arms with the display of the steel pan as well. But we do have one more topic to jump into, and that's because, Paul, we took a little bit of a hiatus last week as it relates to KTV The Remix, but it is back, and it's also Tuesday. So you know what that means. We are looking forward to KTV The Remix Season 6. I believe we have only 4 contestants left. But tonight is going to be an exciting night, Paul, because it's R&B night. It's also one of my favorite genres, if I can say so. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these contestants will be bringing to the stage. They essentially had 2 weeks to prepare themselves. So I'm hoping we really can tell that they spent a little extra time in rehearsal and really giving us a good show. Not to say that they have not been doing so thus far. We want to remind you guys that as usual, it takes place at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts at 8 p.m. tonight, and tickets are only $5 if you're interested in going there in person. I always advocate for persons to have that in-person experience. Unfortunately, we're not able to get that every week because of our commitments the next day. But I do plan, Paul, plan to go at least for the final night, I think. For at least for the final night. And I think we're getting very close. I think we probably only have like 2 episodes left.
Yeah, tonight and then next week is the final. So they're going to wrap up the show next week. We're going to decide on a winner. I'm interested in seeing tonight who's going to battle it out for that third spot, because essentially what's going to happen is you'll have two persons that will be cleared from elimination and 2 persons battling out for that third spot. And so I'm interested in seeing who will make it to the bottom 2 and which of those 2 individuals will make it essentially into the top 3. The show begins at 8 p.m. Keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that we have a guest judge again tonight for our R&B segment.
I wonder who that is.
I wonder who that is. We also have our halftime challenges.
Yes.
That's, of course, for persons who are there in person. You got to take advantage of those halftime challenges. The last one was just ridiculous. I think it was the 8 wings for the last one. And
imagine you go to Bliss with $5 and you leave with a full belly.
Imagine. And so it all goes down tonight at 8 p.m. On all our platforms. You're talking Facebook, you're talking television, you're talking YouTube. Wherever you stream, you can catch KTV The Remix Season 6.
All right. Well, that does it for What's Buzzing. We do want to move into our eye-opener, though, for your daily dose of morning motivation. No wrong response. There is no such thing as a right or wrong response to any given situation, as we all come to it with our own experience. Our view of the universe is largely determined by our experiences. It is when we are caught off guard by the spontaneity of existence that we are most likely to respond authentically. Events that arouse strong emotions in us or are surprising in nature can be disquieting, for it is often in their aftermath that we discover how profoundly our histories have shaped us. When our reactions differ from our peers, it can be upsetting because they force us to confront the uniqueness of our lives. When this happens, we may feel driven to dismiss our feelings as irrational or incorrect. But reactions themselves are neither right nor wrong. The forces that sculpted our development are not the same forces that shape the development of our relatives, friends, colleagues, or neighbors. There is no reason to believe that one person's reaction to a particular event is somehow more valid than another's. How we respond to the constant changes taking place in the world around us is product of our history, a testament to our individuality and a part of the healing process that allows us to address our past in a context we grasp in the present.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's an interesting eye-opener. That's the first time I've heard that one. I've also never heard of an eye-opener. I've never read an eye-opener in this way, where it validates both of our perspectives, because a lot of times we tend to say, there's your side, my side, and the truth, or there is a right and a wrong when it comes to reactions. So this is an interesting one, but I think it speaks to perspectives because what I interpret is essentially my truth at that time, and maybe you have the exact same experience, but it contrasts each other. So it's interesting when it comes to a situation like that. But
Yeah,
we might have to read that one over to really try to internalize that, because I don't think that's one that you can just discuss on the surface.
Indeed, yes.
All right, well, we do want to move into our weather update because, as we mentioned, outside is a little bit gloomy. It's not raining anymore, so to speak, here in Belize City at least. But I do know that it looks like it's going to be a rainy one, so we're going to get that official update from the folks at the Met Service.
Good morning. A tropical wave is affecting the country and will support mostly cloudy skies today with outbreaks of showers, thunderstorms, and periods of rain around the country. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms will then affect mainly the coast and south tonight. In the outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night, a few showers and isolated thunderstorms will continue affecting mainly the coast and southern areas. Winds today along the coast and over the open seas will blow from the east at 5 to 15 knots and seas will be light chop. High tides will occur at 10:09 this morning and 10:56 tonight. Low tides follow at 5:01 this evening and 4:46 tomorrow morning. Temperatures this afternoon will peak at 79 Fahrenheit up in the Maya Mountains, 86 along the coast and 92 inland. The moon will set at 7:15 this morning, followed by sunset at 6:14 this evening. In the sargassum forecast, no significant increases in sargassum amounts are expected over the area during the next few days. And in the tropical weather update, at 3 o'clock this morning, Hurricane Ernesto was near 47.3 north, 50 west, or about 150 miles east-northeast of Cape Race, Newfoundland. Maximum sustained winds were near 75 miles per hour, and the system was moving northeast at 36 miles per hour. That's the latest from the Belize Weather Bureau. Do have a pleasant day.
As you can see there on that satellite imagery, it looks like we're going to be in for some rainy weather throughout the rest of the day. Definitely stay keen to the information provided by the folks at the Met Service.
Yeah.
Moving into our show, though, Paul, we have a really nice show lined up for us on this Tuesday morning. Starting things off, we'll be talking to the team from Quartz Optical, who'll be talking to us about different eye diseases, and of course, they have a back-to-school promotion for persons who probably need to get their eyes tested. Have you gotten your eyes tested in a year?
Not this year. Last year I did.
Okay,
Perhaps
great.
I do need
All
to
right.
get it tested this year. And then in our second conversation, it's all about a gala that's coming up. Do you like galas?
I do.
Like getting dressed and looking
do.
just all shiny and glamorous. Well, the Kidney Association is hosting their gala in the upcoming weeks, and so they'll be in to speak with us about that.
All right, and in our final segment, we'll be meeting the winner of the annual National Song Competition. Of course, that winner this year was Wilson Greenidge, and he stunned the entire crowd at the Bliss Institute for the Performing Arts on Friday night of last week. So we're excited to meet him, sit down with him, and have a little chat about what he's been up to, and of course, winning that $20,000. All right, well, we do want to take our first break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by our friends from Quartz Optical. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
My name is Lincoln Fowers, and I work at Umal. 100% I will recommend Belize Bank mobile banking to everyone because it saves time, money, and gas price, because gas price is high right now. Belize Bank mobile banking just make life easier.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's Power It Up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning-fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't let this plan. I can't let this plan.
Child marriage is not just a legal issue. It's a matter of human rights and a form of gender-based violence. It often emerges from cultural beliefs and influence of close-minded relatives, depriving children of their basic human rights to freedom, security, education, and a voice.
It's the return of your favorite Tuesday night entertainment. KTV The Remix Season 6 is here. Join us for an exciting night and a chance to win fabulous prizes. Plus compete in our halftime challenge. Get your tickets for just $5. Available at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. Can't make it in person? No problem. Watch it live on Channel 5 or stream it on Facebook and YouTube. The fun starts at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. KTV The Remix Season 6. It's hot, it's live, and it's only on 5.
Dengue and Zika alert. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. The Ministry of Health reminds the public that as we enter the rainy season, be aware of the dangers of dengue, chikungunya, and Zika. These are infectious diseases that are transmitted by the bite of Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus mosquitoes. These mosquitoes are most active in early morning and late afternoon. Activities that should be done to prevent dengue and Zika include: avoid having containers that can collect water in your yard. Cover water storage containers such as drums. Change the water in flower pots every 4 or 5 days. These are ideal breeding sites for the mosquito. With the elimination of breeding sites in and around the yard, dengue and Zika can be avoided. Dengue and Zika begin with sudden onset of high fever. Other signs and symptoms include rash, joint pain, eye pain. The public is also encouraged to use mosquito repellent spray or lotion on the body or clothing. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
Open Your Eyes. We're having our first conversation this morning. And as we mentioned, it's all about eye care in this segment, Paul. We are joined by Maria Ceron, and she is the optometrist for Belize City Quartz Optical. Now, I have to say, I might be a little bit biased because this is where I get my annual eye checks. You would know, Paul, that I use glasses. I can drive without my glasses. I can barely see without my glasses.
I couldn't tell.
And I trust Maria and her team to guide me through the process to get my annual eye checks. Good morning, Maria.
Good morning,
and
Sabrina.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
I know. It's been, what, a year, 2 years since
It's been like a year and a half, and that's what we were talking about. I definitely need to go back and get my eye check.
To get your eye check.
Yes. Remember, it's once a year that you should do your eye test. It's just to check out, all these, there's different eye conditions that might affect your sight. In your case, I think it might be myopia and astigmatism, meaning that you cannot see from afar. So this is something that not only affects adults, it affects kids.
Yeah.
So this is why it's so important that right now that we're about to enter the school time, school is opening, it's important to bring their kids and at least check their eyes once a year.
So that's one of the more common challenges, or I'd say, I guess, issues that you would observe when people go and get their eyes checked. I think what's important is that you mentioned that it also affects children, because I remember, Paul, I come from that generation, or that young way of thinking that only old people use glasses.
Yeah.
And I remember I started using glasses in primary school, and it was not popular at that time.
Yeah. I'm sure you didn't feel comfortable.
I did not feel comfortable. So it's so important that we remember that even kids can suffer from these issues with the eyes. Perhaps we can begin the conversation there. I do know that Quartz Optical is having a promotion, so perhaps we can end it on that. Sure. But let's talk about some of the challenges or some of the issues that you have observed so far when people come and visit your office.
Well, this is very surprising. Well, it's not surprising, but it is at the same time. Have you noticed that since COVID, since 2020, more and more kids are using devices? Right.
That's true.
So the World Health Organization, now it's predicting that by 2050, half of the world population will be myopic. What does that mean? That means that we're losing long sight. We're becoming nearsighted.
Yes.
So this is super, super, super important, because I have seen that on our kids. That's true. And more kids nowadays, they're starting to use glasses at early age.
Wow.
So it is super important to do this eye test, like I said, once a year, right?
What causes? Is there a cause for myopic?
Myopia?
Myopia?
Yeah, there's many causes.
Okay.
One of the main things is genetics. If your parents uses glasses, if one parent uses glasses, there's 3 times more likely that a kid develops some eye conditions, similarly to their parent. But if both parents use glasses, that's 7 times more likely for them to use glasses, even for early age. And yes, we're noticing that more and more nowadays. Like as time passes by, you see at early age first signs of myopia. And this can affect their development as kids. It can affect also their performance at school. And that's why it's very, very important for them to see well, to see the way it's supposed to see. Right?
And I would imagine that if both parents wear glasses and the kid spends a lot of time on the device, then that could accelerate that condition,
That is correct. Yes. Yes.
Now, in terms of, so we're talking about myopia. What other issues do we seeing or conditions? So we talked about the devices as well.
Very commonly, like myopia is the most common, but there's astigmatism, meaning that you cannot focus properly, and that's due to the shape of your cornea. Like one side is flatter, the other one is curvier, and the way that the light refracts is not proper, right? Like it's not perfect. So you struggle to focus properly, either to see far or to see close.
So what would a person with astigmatism be seeing if they look on an object?
Whenever you're not wearing your glasses, have you noticed that the lights of the vehicles or the upcoming lights look stretched?
Yes, stretched out.
Yes, so that would be one of the
signs?
More like common signs, right?
Okay.
But usually during the test, if you haven't noticed that, if you're not aware of that, we could detect that. Other things that we see very oftenly nowadays, persons like my age, we are closer to be 40. This is another eye condition that develops once you turn 40. Could be before, could be after, and it's called presbyopia. That is, it doesn't discriminate gender, it doesn't discriminate ethnicity. And one of the first signs and symptoms is that you start to lose the ability to see at close distances. So do you remember your grandma? That's one.
That was my
you
mom.
have to bring it out that way.
You stretch your arm in order to see, and then your arm is not long enough to see.
So how does that work if you have myopia?
Well, it works the other way around. It's more complicated, but in simple words, the myopics will always see better up close than from afar.
Okay.
But whenever you're wearing the glasses, you're wearing the correct prescription, that's where you notice it is affecting. That you might have your distance prescription perfectly, you see fine from afar, but then whenever you want to see your phone or a paper or a document, you start to, okay, I can't see, I have to remove my glasses to see. So that could be an issue, right? It becomes very unpractical.
Yeah.
So that is why it's so important to do the eye test. And yes, we do have all types of lenses to correct all of these conditions.
Wow.
Yes.
So I want to get into the test since you're spending some time there to kind of give us an idea of what happens when you decide, you know what, I'll follow and I'll go in and get my annual checkup because as I've heard on Open Your Eyes, it's very important for me to do. So what can be expected when you go in and get your eye test, especially of course optical?
Well, the first thing that you do is you book your appointment, right? We save that space specifically for you. And we have our phone numbers, and you can do it online even if you don't want to, do it by phone or calling or messaging. You can just do it online at any time, right? And you select where you want to do it in any branch. We have 3 branches, and we have one in Belmopan, one in Belicity. Oh yes.
Oh wow, that's how I look. That's how the road looks every night when I drive.
That's why you need the glasses.
Even with the glasses.
Oh my, you need to get your eyes checked again. But then again, well, once you go in and you present yourself for your appointment, you will expect the ladies, pass you in. We do a pre-screening, then you pass to the clinic, and inside the clinic we perform the whole test. It doesn't take long. It depends on the case. Sometimes it takes like 15 minutes. It can take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the case. Right? Once you have done that and we have the results, we assist you to choose the proper frame that you need, depending on the prescription and depending on your facial features too.
Wow, so these tests are structured in a manner that you can identify these conditions within that span of time?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, wow, that's interesting.
And even if you have another eye condition cannot be fixed with the glasses, we have to, it's our responsibility also to refer you to the proper professionals, meaning if you have an eye disease like glaucoma or cataracts, then we refer you to the ophthalmologist, which is the eye care professional who take care of that.
Yeah, because I think it would be important to note, as you rightly mentioned, that you're not necessarily, course optical not necessarily there to perform any sort of surgery, invasive or external surgery in your eyes.
No, we take charge of glasses.
Exactly.
And to correct your vision.
Correct.
Yes, that's what we do. And with that, we can enhance your quality of life because it's really bad, and you know that not being able to see.
Yeah.
So yes, we offer all types of lenses like single vision lenses, progressives, bifocals, contact lenses. We offer all of those, and with all the filters that you might need, the blue light filter for the screens, so we blocks the blue light that comes from your phone or for your computer screen. We have an anti-reflective coating, which is a filter for the artificial light, this type of light, the lamps, or even driving at night. And we also have a full UV protection, which is commonly known as transitions. That is a UV filter that activates exclusively under the sun. It gets dark, and that's how it blocks the UV rays from the sun.
Wow, so you guys are really thinking about my eyes and considering all possible situations or environment that I may face. So what's the conversation like that you would have with an individual after they've done their tests and perhaps you'd identify 1 or 2 conditions? What's that conversation like about possible remedies?
Well, the usual remedy is the glasses, but we offer the options, right? We start with the glasses, or if you prefer contacts, we also offer the option of the contacts, right? Because in some cases, prescription might be too strong or maybe too high. And even though we have digital lenses that make the lenses very thin, we have all high indexes with the lenses, there's some cases that prescription is too high or too strong and it doesn't fit well on a frame or it doesn't look well on a frame, so we offer that second option as a contacts. And contacts cannot be used only for people who have a high prescription, you can use it for a daily basis. You could use it for sports or an event. So it's multiple options. We also have polarized sunglasses with your prescription.
Nice.
Meaning that you can actually wear a nice pair of sunglasses with your own prescription, and you don't have to be dealing, oh my God, I love this frame, but I cannot use it because of my type of prescription.
Yeah.
So we also offer that.
I know that there are a lot of people who, regardless of knowing that they need glasses, they are just stubborn to the idea of getting a pair,
Right.
whether it's glasses or contact lenses. I want you to explain to our viewers what happens when you ignore the fact that you need glasses. How severely does that affect your vision over time?
It depends but yeah, mainly if you have an eye condition and you know your struggle with it, besides that affecting how you feel, how you function in life, it can also affect in the way that in some cases, it becomes like a lazy vision or lazy eye. Like if you have one good eye and a bad eye that cannot be corrected or it's not being corrected, yes, that eye can lose their sight like in a matter of years, not months, years.
Wow. Now, so with along those lines, and I don't want to get too technical, but is there an easy way to break down prescription glasses, its explanation in terms of the strength of the glasses? And I ask because I know you have people that wear glasses, but then if they try on somebody else's glasses, it might be too strong or it might be too weak. But for me, I don't wear glasses and all I see are lenses, and to me they all look the same. So how do you break down the prescription or the strength of a glass? How do you explain that to a client?
Well, okay. It's kind of complicated to explain, right? But the prescriptions goes in negatives and positive numbers. It's usually a formula that we place in one lens, right? It depends on each person because it's a very personal thing. I usually say to my patients, glasses are like toothbrushes. You don't share it.
You were trying on other people's toothbrushes, Paul.
I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah, but it's a very personal thing because the glasses are very personalized, custom made. Because the prescription that you have, it might be similar to another person, but your measurements,
it's not exact.
It's not exact. Your focal points are not aligned to the other person's focal points. So
you did a good job of explaining it there. and apart from the lenses, I understand that Court Optical also has some really nice frames. I really admire what
beautiful.
Very cutesy, as the kids would say these days. But I really like the design. That's from Court Optical,
yes,
correct?
It is. Yes, and that's our like standard. We have different types of frames, different models, different styles. And you will find anything for everyone because we have like very modern, very vivid colors, very youthful, but you also will find something more, like you said, demure, more subtle, conservative, more conservative colors. There's persons that prefer browns or blacks, right? That goes with everything. But depending on the generation, youth, like younger people, prefer something brighter, more colors, more vivid, something like it's a statement. And that's the great thing now about the glasses because you remember when you were a kid, you never liked the glasses because there was like a standard type of thing and
they were not cute, guys.
They were not cute, right? But nowadays it's part of your style. You can make it as a fashionate statement. So you see all of these different brands, different designers that now make glasses, make frames, so you can wear them. I mean, you need them, but you want to feel good with them and you want to look good with them.
You said something really interesting earlier, Maria. You said that you guys also help to guide individuals when purchasing their frames to get a frame for the shape of your face.
Correct.
Do you have kind of like a system in place that you would use to guide your customers on what frames to go for if your face is shaped like this? How would you guide me if I go and try to get a pair of frames?
Well, your facial features are very easy because you have like an oval face. So in your case, most of these shapes will go well with you. So you have a pretty much like it's very flexible.
So universal shape.
Correct. But let's say like more boxy faces, there's heart-shaped faces, diamond-shaped faces. Like you see the cheeks are more pronounced, like it's more like a diamond. Though we guide ourselves with that, right? If you want to make a contrast or if you want to make something that matches, if you want, like, let's say someone who's very like a round face, maybe you want to do a contrast with something more squared or more rectangular. Or if it is the other way around, maybe a softer look. Like if you're very angular, maybe something lines more soft, more like a pillow type of shape. That's a name, or butterfly. There's many shapes. Like my one is cat eye.
I was gonna say, in my time, it was only round, rectangular cat eye. And in primary school, you do not want to go there with cat eyes.
Oh, really?
And now it's so popular.
Now it's a part of
This is
fashion.
what you call a cat eye?
Cat eye, yes. Usually the angles are pointing out.
Sense. Yes,
So
And it's so pretty.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, now fashion is something that circles back, and you know that. So
it really does.
And this is something that it has stayed there for a very long period of time. It's just that sometimes it's more extravagant or it's more trendy, like, you know, in the 50s. But now it's like a softer look. You will find cat eyes like in most of female frames, like for women, in most of them.
What happens if I want more than one frame? How does that work?
This is the thing. I always tell my patients that glasses are like shoes, right? You have a different pair of shoes for a different activity, right?
Yeah.
You have your running shoes, your stay-at-home shoes, your work shoes. So yes, there is also glasses for each type of activity. Like you have your daily use glasses, maybe you have your computer glasses, you have your TV glasses. I have patients like that, but you also have your sunglasses, that's one pair, your regular daily glasses, you have your contact lenses for sports or events. So you have different options. And even if you want to, it's fine, because you always need a spare. If you rely on your glasses to function properly, you will need a second pair.
Yeah.
Because what would you do if that pair goes wrong, if it goes missing, if it breaks? You still need a spare.
Yeah.
Let's talk contact lenses really quickly, because both adults and kids use contacts. Or do kids use?
Yes, in other countries, I notice here they're more, you know, not as open to that. I have noticed that. But yes, in other countries, in order to treat like myopia, they use contact lenses. So it's something that it has advanced in technology so greatly that now it helps to treat that type of eye condition.
So there are different types of contact lenses. I learned when I went to decide if that's right for me. I know that there are contact lenses that you can use, and it's like done after a month. You have to get another pair.
Those are disposable.
Can you explain?
Yes, there's different types of contact lenses. Nowadays, we have the daily use, meaning that it's one per day. So that is more practical. You don't have to use solution or cases or anything, and it's more hygienic because there's lesser risk of catching an infection with that. There's the bi-weekly. That's 2 weeks that you could use them, put them on, taking them off, and you have to clean them with a solution. You have to keep it in a case. That's the next one. There's the monthly use. There's the annual use. But nowadays, most of professionals are recommending the one that doesn't give you or won't lead you to have an infection, that is more practical.
So daily.
The daily is the best one nowadays. Like it's, you won't catch an infection unless something happens to the lens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more common to see the bi-weekly or the monthly in other optical places.
Now let's jump into some of the promotions that Course Optical has, because clearly you guys are on your A game. when it comes to eyes, I feel like if I put myself in your hands, that I will be safe
we'll
and
take care of
secure,
you.
and
Definitely.
that the entire process I'll be able to undergo there, from the test all the way to getting my glasses and my frame, and getting the advice that I need. What sort of promotions entice me a bit more to go over?
Well, right now our promotion is back to school, right? And so we are offering, you know how school right now, the parents are spending a lot of school gear, you know, books, on uniforms, and it might be, you know, like money is a little bit stretched, right? So we're offering the 12-month credit, which means that you can pay your classes in credit in 12 months, and you will get a free eye exam, of course, for kids, and you will get school gear, meaning it's a fila package. It comes with a tote bag, with a cap or a visor, and a pair of socks. Like it's because Fila is one of our brands that we carry. It's very casual, it's very sporty. That's our promotion that we have right now. Now, the eye test is always free, right? That's always free.
Always free.
Always free,
Okay.
one. And yes, we offer, of course, the extended warranty. Extended warranty means that you can extend the warranty of your frames up to 2 years from manufacturer's defect, right? Like I was mentioned before, the blue light filters, that's all the filters that you might need to defend your eyes from the glare, or that harmful glare. Well, that's about it. And right now, that's the promotion. And even if you pay cash and you don't do it on credit, you can always get a free gift from Fila. You can get to spin a wheel, and you will get either of the Fila gear that we have.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it's more right now like, please come to do your eye test and check your eyes. Just make sure that your eyesight is fine, even if you don't feel anything, because sometimes you don't even notice.
You know, when I got my pair of glasses, as I mentioned, I was in primary school. I think I was around in standard 3. And what signaled the fact that I should get an eye test was because I was writing notes from the blackboard, and what I wrote made absolutely no sense.
Really?
You mix up words.
And I could not study when I went home, because I was just writing what was there, and I could not see what was there. So I definitely encourage parents, even if you don't suspect that your kid might need glasses, just the simple fact that they are on these devices, I think it's important for them to get that annual check. Even for us, Paul, who have to spend a lot of time behind computers. It's also important. Or just even get a transition lens. You're outside in the field too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely due an eye exam 100%. Sometimes I'm a bit hesitant because I'm fearful of what might be found. And I'm not accustomed to glasses, so I'm thinking, what if I have to use one?
Well, at least open yourself to the fact that you need to protect your eyes. And this is the thing, we live in the Caribbean. We are exposed to the UV rays. So at least a pair of sunglasses that protects you from the UV rays, that will be something that you can start with. Even if you're a little, hesitant with that. But yes, protection. Think about like how you can put sunscreen on your skin and you protect your skin from getting cancer, skin cancer. So think of that whenever you're thinking about your eyes.
And you can get some cool frames. Look at what Maria's wearing. Imagine you pop out with some cat eyes. I'm kidding.
No, but we can find you something that suits you, that suits your style and your face, and you feel comfortable with it. Because at the end of the day, that you should feel great about it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
You are. You're so excited. The day Paul gets glasses, we're gonna be doing the morning show together, and I'll be wearing mine too.
Excellent.
All right,
That's
cool.
a deal.
All right, cool. Well, we got to take a quick break, and we want to say thank you, of course, Maria. This was such a fantastic conversation. You'll be seeing me very soon, and it looks like we'll also be seeing Paul very soon as well.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me.
Yes. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be switching the conversation into the celebration of Kidney with the Kidney Association Gala. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Entertainment. KTV The Remix Season 6 is here. Join us for an exciting night and a chance to win fabulous prizes. Plus compete in our halftime challenge. Get your tickets for just $5. Available at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. Can't make it in person? No problem. Watch it live on Channel 5 or stream it on Facebook and YouTube. The fun starts at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. KTV The Remix Season 6. It's hot, it's live, and it's only on 5.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price but stay for the service.
The Social Security Board, in collaboration with the Labor Department, takes this opportunity to remind insured persons of the requirements for compensation when on sick leave. Any employee who has worked with an employer for at least 2 months is entitled to 16 working days of sick leave with full pay every year. This is how it works. Upon approval of a sickness or injury benefit claim by SSD, 80% of the employee's weekly insurable earnings is paid as a Social Security benefit, and the difference in the employee's salary is paid by the employer. This is to ensure that the employee does not suffer any loss of wages when ill. After 16 days, compensation for sick leave is paid as a Social Security benefit only. Some conditions apply. This message is brought to you by the Social Security Board and the Labor Department. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
I'm David Humes, this is Vanessa Humes. We own Ladyville Cool Spot. Belize Bank save us a lot of time. Working with them, we can keep track exactly what we spend. We recommend Belize Bank 100% because we don't have to go to stand up in line, and we can check on our account right from our house. Working with Belize Bank is the best.
Favorite Tuesday night entertainment. KTV The Remix Season 6 is here. Join us for an exciting night and a chance to win fabulous prizes. Plus compete in our halftime challenge. Get your tickets for just $5. Available at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. Can't make it in person? No problem. Watch it live on Channel 5 or stream it on Facebook and YouTube. The fun starts at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. KTV The Remix Season 6. It's hot, it's live, and it's only on 5.
Look here, your kitchen light there and you never in the kitchen. Mama going back in there right now. And the coffee maker?
Just to try keep my leak coffee warm for later.
Where did you know?
I'll try think about what to eat.
You know the more you open or close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool.
Uh-huh.
For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning-fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan.
For staying tuned with us. This is our second conversation for this morning, and it's all about the Kidney Association's upcoming gala. And we have joining us on set Miss Amy Forte, who is the president of Belifa, as well as Miss Monique Vicente, who's DigiWallet representative. Good morning to both of you ladies. I'm wondering what DigiWallet and Belifa have in common, or what you all have, what sort of works you all have going on together that you collaborate.
Well, we all have kidneys.
That's a surprise for this morning.
That's a surprise for this morning. Before we get to answering that question, Ms. Forte, if you could give us a brief synopsis or overview of the work that takes place at Belifa.
So, good morning again, and thank you for having us. Belifa is the Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors in Belize. We are the local arm of a regional association, the Caribbean Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors. We operate under the motto, enriching lives through financial freedom. And so our purpose is primarily to help persons prepare for financial adversities, right? We assist with various charities, kidney being one of our primary, and so we've had the Red Gala up to 2019 for 10 years, and then came COVID. So this is the grand return.
Is it?
It is.
Okay, interesting, interesting. And so you started 2019, and since then 2020, 21, 22, 2023, so that's how many years hiatus? About 5 years?
About
wow.
4, yeah.
So if you come back, after 4 years, you have to come back with a bang, right?
Exactly.
So let's talk a bit about this gala, what can be expected, when it's taking place.
All right, so it's taking place on the 19th of October. It would be held at Caribbean Motors from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. We are partnering with Kidney Association of Belize, Of course, it's going to be a night of entertainment, elegance, while supporting a cause, right? Kidney, of course, they assist persons who are unable to afford dialysis and different kidney treatment. As we know, that is on the rise in Belize. And as we get closer to the date, we will be doing some rounds with the Kidney Association. Belaifa, on our part, while kidney is one of our charities, there are also other areas where we reach out and other things that we want to do, including spreading financial literacy. We know that is one way of empowering our people, and so that is our goal. So this year we're partnering with Kidney to help them reach their goal, and also Belaifa to reach ours.
I want to get Monique in the conversation, but just before I do so, I think first this is a great opportunity to commend Belaifa for the work that it has been doing charity-wise. But I also want to ask for you to share the importance of your organization recognizing that there are a lot of health issues that really bring about financial challenges.
That is correct. And while we are saying health issues, we cover a broad scope, everything life. And what a lot of people are not seeing, or what we don't think of when we're young, is the older person you're going to become.
Yeah.
So while yes, illness is one scope of it, there is also that factor of retirement planning. The Council for Aging says that 60% of our older population doesn't have an income. They don't know where it's coming from. And so that is also a part of our work and the outreach that we need to do.
Yeah.
Wow. So based on your events from 2019 backwards 10 years, what can be expected at a Kidney Association Belaifa gala like this one?
So the Red Gala is ultimately a night of elegance and entertainment. It will be hosted by Mr. William Neal, Miss Belize Universe, Miss Halima Hoy. We will have Miss Cindy Burgos, the violinist there. So lots of prizes and surprises.
Yes.
What's the extent of the collaboration? What does it look like in terms of Belaifa's responsibility in putting together something like this?
Well, we work together. It's a full partnership where both of us come together. We execute to raise funds to bring persons there to ensure that they're having a good time while also raising awareness. Kidney disease, there's not a lot of light that's on it, and we want to say kidney disease has a face. It is on the rise in Belize.
Absolutely.
So.
And it really affects young and old too.
Correct.
Well, one of the first questions that we asked when we started this segment was, what was the partnership between DigiWallet and Belaifa? And now we can finally get that answer. Why is DigiWallet celebrating with the Kidney Association for this gala?
The question would be, why would we not? So as a company, we definitely give back as much as we can. I think Digi and DigiWallet will always be one of those companies that can be the face of a lot of charitable contributions, and this is just another one of those initiatives that we take pride in. So when they reached out to us to host the tickets, it was no questions asked. So essentially, without having to call anybody, go anywhere, you can comfortably purchase your ticket for the Red Gala right from your DigiWallet app.
Wonderful.
And the tickets are already available.
Already?
So if you want to start, maybe some people are like, well, why DigiWallet? I take this perspective. Okay, maybe you're not going to use it for anything else, but maybe the ticket price might be a little bit too for like one-off purchase. So you could always take it as from now till October, you put a $50 in your wallet every payday, and by the time October comes, you would have saved well enough to purchase your ticket. So it's an way for you to save towards that initiative. You could think of it as your little personal savings account, just for your Red Gala ticket.
Wonderful. That's interesting. I didn't even know that you could do something like that.
So what's the cost of the tickets on the app?
On the app, they're at the same price as if you buy them directly from Belaifa. It's $250
Excellent.
per person.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate the fact that the tickets are already available.
Yes.
So you could just log on to the app this morning,
Yes.
and you could actually make your purchase.
Right.
Let's say I download the app and I don't have any cash on the app right now, and I want to purchase a ticket. How do I upload cash? To
You
my
have
app?
several different ways. So you could either go to any one of our 13 flagships across the country and you give them physical cash to put it on. We have agents all over the country as well. So these are different grocery stores and businesses that act as persons who can put the money on the wallet. For example, 88 is one of our biggest agents on Southside. So you could go to 88, you're shopping on a Sunday, you go right up to the counter, you have them put the money on the wallet. If you're online banking, maybe you're like, I can't reach a store, it's not convenient. You do have the option to transfer from your Belize bank account, your Atlantic bank account, HRCU, and St. Francis Xavier Credit Union as well. So you can do an online transfer from any one of those institutions to your digital wallet account.
And you're telling me that when I make that purchase, that ticket
stays in your app.
Stays in your app.
Correct.
And it's confirmed, and there'll be no sort of hanky-panky
None.
business. Yeah. Right.
And so that's the benefit. You know, we're going into this digital transformation age, and who has time to mind a ticket? I know sometimes you have the ticket, it gets lost, it gets misplaced, you're putting it in this purse, in that purse. You know, with the digital wallet app, you can comfortably buy your ticket and you know that it's in there. If you lose your phone, that's not a problem. We can lock off your account and transition your account to your new phone. The app is really safe. So nobody can get into your app unless you literally give them your password, which we advise you not to do.
Interesting.
So, you know, you have the biometrics, so you could use your fingerprint, you could use your face. So it's a really secure app. So even if you lose your phone, even if you change your phone number, we can change the phone number on your account. So if you happen to change phone numbers between now and October, that's not a problem. Your ticket is still on your account.
Excellent.
You could change anything but your mind, and you'll still have your tickets there.
And when you show up on the night, you just give them your name and you can walk in.
All right.
Well, Ms. Berta, I'm interested in knowing what my ticket gets me. 250 for a regular ticket or general, and 350 for VIP. What does that get me? Do I go in, apart from the experience, of course, that you've already explained will be an elegant experience?
So black tie event.
Black tie event. Do I get a plate of food and a drink as well?
You get your dinner, you get a complimentary glass of red wine, of course, you know, in light of Red Gala.
Yes.
So you get a complimentary glass of wine, you get your food, dessert, and of course you get to network with other like persons, you know, wonderful persons like yourself that is contributing toward a cause.
A gala like this that brings about individuals of this magnitude and really paying for tickets of that price, what does proceeds from an event like this do for persons battling kidney disease?
So when we do the, I won't speak for kidney when they come around, but of course I'm quite sure that everybody is familiar with their work. They reach the persons as well. We may not know. It's very expensive to do dialysis. When you have kidney disease, if your kidney no longer functions, your blood has to be cleaned, right? And so you need that at least 3 times for the week, imagine, along with other medications. So that is where the outreach is for them, where those persons that can't afford it, that is what we're helping towards.
No, I want to just kind of change direction a bit, because we have the lifer here. What is the best way to prepare for the unexpected, where health is concerned in terms of financial hardship, or to secure yourselves for anything that may come your way, including health situations that creates financial hardship? What's your advice, or how do you help clients to navigate that sort of situation?
So, well, first of all, self-prevention is always better than any cure, right? So we do have to practice healthy living, working out, make sure we're drinking our water on these hot days. Instead of a Coke, go for the water, right?
I know, I'm right there with
you. And then, of course, planning for your financial future. You know, it's always, we think about the good times first, right?
Yeah.
Savings is always last, and we're saying it should be the opposite. Think of savings as the bill. That is you don't compromise on that. Set something aside that in the event of a rainy day, this is what you have to fall back on. When we have conversations with persons as advisors, we look at what your situation is, because while there is the ideal, it's not all the time or every time that someone is able to do that. But we map out, you know, a path for you to get there, and that is the important thing, that we get started, because you can never be fully prepared. But the important thing is to get started.
Should I get health insurance?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why?
Do you have $50,000 in your savings account that you can just say, okay, if I get sick, this is what I do? Or would you prefer to say, you know, I'm going to give an insurance company a smaller premium, that if 50,000 happens, I transfer the risk to them. So really that's what you're doing. In the event of something big, it goes to somebody else, because that's what you're doing. You're pooling your resources, that in the event something happens, you have a safety net to fall back on.
You know, one of the points that we raise whenever we have representatives of insurance companies here is that a lot of people, or the general consensus has been that insurance is for wealthier persons. A regular Joe can't afford insurance. What do you say to that individual?
Have to sit down, because that is a misconception, and that is a part of our advocacy, where we have to reach out. In October, we have Insurance Awareness Month coming up, and that is part of what we do, spread awareness to say that despite what you think, have a sit down. We customize to your budget. We help you work towards it. Mortgage planning, whatever your financial goals are, it starts with having that conversation.
All right.
Well, gala is coming up. It's October 18th. I think today is the 20th of August. So we're approximately 2 months away from this gala. I'll have you invite people one more time, tell them what they can expect again, and yeah, let's get some buzz around this event.
So we're looking forward to having persons there. Come dressed to your best, right? It's a black tie event. It's going to be elegant. It's going to be entertaining, and of course, most importantly, we will be supporting a cause.
Yes.
What's a before
Chinese auction?
I wanted to find what's a Chinese auction. Are you aware?
I would want to say come to the gala, and then you can find out.
No.
And of course, once more from DigiWallet about the partnership and how to access DigiWallet and purchase your tickets.
So you just go to your Play Store, whether it's Google or Apple, you download DigiWallet. Signing up is easy. All you need to do is fill in the information, take a picture of your social security card, and that's it. You cash in at any Digi store, at any Digi agent, or with your online banking, and you put $50 in your wallet every week from now till September, October, and you purchase your ticket for a worthy cause.
Yeah, all right. Well, ladies, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing with us why we should attend the Kidney Association Gala this year, and we wish you guys all the best.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll be sitting down with the winner of the National Song Competition 2024.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of smart lightning-fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
No, I can't let this plan. I can't let this plan.
The CB100 is efficient, durable, and has enhanced smart power. Being a Honda, of course, it's reliable and fuel efficient. Get around town with no worries because you get up to 100 miles to the gallon. And it's priced at an unbeatable $2,700. Honda CB100, available at Banquet. Equipment, parts, service.
My name is Waluko Mejia. I'm the General Manager at Copal Tree Lodge here in Toledo, Belize. The Belize Bank service we appreciate most is the Belize Bank ATM and the use of its debit card. It makes it very accessible for our employees here at Copal Tree Lodge. Essentially, they could access the ATM on their way home after work, and also that the local stores accept the use of a debit card.
Favorite Tuesday night entertainment. KTV The Remix Season 6 is here. Join us for an exciting night and a chance to win fabulous prizes. Plus compete in our halftime challenge. Get your tickets for just $5. Available at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. Can't make it in person? No problem. Watch it live on Channel 5 or stream it on Facebook and YouTube. The fun starts at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. KTV The Remix Season 6. It's hot, it's live, and it's only on 5.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're having our final conversation this morning. And as we mentioned, it's all about the National Song Competition 2024. And that took place at the Bliss Institute for the Performing Arts last week, Friday, I believe. Yeah. And it saw many Belizean artists put their best foot forward on that stage, singing their best patriotic song that they can come up with, Paul. But one person came out victorious, and that was Wilson Greenwich. Now, before we even give another introduction to him, guys, he has been, I guess we could say, a part of the Channel 5 show family for quite a while. He goes all the way back to CKTV. Now, I know you guys probably don't even know what that is because you know KTV The Remix, right? Yeah. But CKTV was children's karaoke TV. And that was essentially one of the first places that we were introduced to Wilson. He has also been on duets, and if you can sing it, bring it. Now, you guys probably don't even know what those are as well. Also, singing competition shows hosted and produced here on Channel 5. But now we have an entire name here on its own. Wilson Greenwich, the artist, and the winner of this year's National Song Competition. Good morning, Wilson.
Good morning.
I hope we did your introduction justice.
Yes, you guys basically told Belize that I'm old.
Kind of.
I mean, around the time of CKTV, I was outside turning my antenna.
Same.
While my family was inside, right there.
Right there.
Oh my God.
Don't let the lightning get you. I think I was like, what, 13 years old?
See?
Wow.
Yeah, but we have to give you your flowers, my brother, because you've been one of those artists that have been consistent. You've stuck to your passion and you've pursued it for decades, right in front of our very eyes. And I know this is not your first grand achievement. This is just one in many during this journey. But I want to talk a bit about what this one means to you.
All right. First of all, thanks to the crew, because the crew worked hard behind me. It was not just me alone. Like I told the guys, I'm not an island. If I didn't have that whole support system, it wouldn't have gone the way it did. But for me, it was a personal victory because of the place that I was in, and I'm growing from that to where I am now. Right, people listen to the song, and I was telling them, yes, you listen to the song, you feel, it invokes a feeling in you of happiness and a victory and a feeling that you can achieve whatever you can achieve. It was meant to do that. However, the song came from a dark place, a dark experience that I was in. I tell everyone, you have mental health.
Yeah.
Here. You have depression. Here. Loss of both parents back to back. Here. You have substance abuse here, but knowing yourself, accepting yourself, and getting the help you need personally to become a better person, and stick with the positivity, like that's what was reflected in the song. Because I'm still growing, I'm still trying to find me, I'm still getting the help I need. But by me being quiet and sitting back and be like, you know what, everything's perfect, I don't have troubles, I'm not doing just to the people who are listening to my music because they cannot connect. They don't know what it's about. So when I sing that song on stage, I don't know how you guys feel when you hear it, but I was having an out of body experience. I wasn't there.
That is so amazing to hear your perspective of what you poured into a song that we probably interpreted as patriotism, but for you there were so much more layers to it than that. I have to also commend you for using your status, your name, and this platform to highlight your plight and the plight of many others as well, who suffer in silence with mental health.
And male mental health is a huge topic in Belize. However, it's taboo. We don't talk about it because as male we're supposed to be strong. We're supposed to not feel, and that's wrong. That's why we have so many craziness happening. It's crazy.
And so I mean, I have. I feel like a winner.
I don't even know when you got that.
I just snapped a finger and it appeared. But Wilson,
it looks good in your hands, though.
It does.
But can he do what you did?
I can't lick a
Give him
single
a mic.
note perfectly. But Wilson, I have to also thank you for being open and being honest and being vulnerable here on set about some of the challenges. Let's talk a bit about the lyrics of this song. How did those lyrics come about in terms of who wrote them? Was it a collaborative effort between yourself and somebody else?
Well, to be honest with it, I had the melody in my head, playing it around the keyboard. I'm no Alicia Keys, but I can pick a note.
Nice.
So playing it, and it came to my head. I had the verse, the pre-chorus, second verse, bridge. I had all of that. And like I said, lyrics basically devoted to D, brave a Cat 5 storm to protect your liberty. It sounds patriotic because I had to do it that way.
Say it again.
Devoted to D.
Devoted to D.
Brave a Cat 5 storm to protect your liberty.
Wow.
Meaning that I'm devoted to myself, to doing better to myself, and no matter what, I will become victorious.
That is insane.
So it's poetry, but you
That
gotta
was
know
what
how to write.
It is.
I was going to say, let's go verse by verse, like we're going through a Bible session.
Like I say, I'm a huge believer of the law of attraction. What you put out there is what you receive. So I'm all positivity. That's all I preach now,
Right.
So, and then I had to write writer's block, and my daughter, she's all into music. And my son, he's a Simon Cowell. He'd be like, that doesn't sound good.
He's your toughest critic.
Yes. And my daughter, she'd be like, Dad, what's wrong? But I need to have dates to finish the song because I got to go all the way down to tomorrow and we get to record this. And, you know, we have her 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, so I have to schedule everything in. And she was like, don't look frustrated. I just think about how much you love me and how much you love me forever and think how many you're number one. And she'd be like, just sing it like, I will love you forever. I'm like, you know what? You have something great.
Yeah.
And bam, that turned out to be the chorus.
So tell me, let's for those who aren't familiar with the chorus, what's the lyrics for the chorus?
I will love you until forever. Sell my flag or no, I would never. At 43 together and proud and strong forever. Which means it has a deeper meaning as well. Yeah. So yeah, love yourself forever. Put yourself first. No matter how old you get, no matter what comes in your way, you will reach out on top. Just gotta fix you first, because if you don't fix, you'll be no good for anyone.
Yeah,
wow.
It's crazy how you're able to relate what seems to be personal in a lot of ways with patriotism and to
because
be able
to personalize beliefs. If you give beliefs a face and you personalize that, you know, when we're in literature class, personalize is pen, you know. So personalize beliefs and give it some character, and you'll be able to write about that as a person.
Correct.
You know,
in a manner that people can galvanize around it and relate to it and even sing it and understand its meaning to a country in a season like this. That's incredible. Was that what you intended to do with this song?
My initial, for this song, I honestly just wanted it to be different, because going into this year competition, everyone knows song competition. Oh, Wilson's going to do a power soca, jump up, wave, whine. Yes, that's good, but for me, those are not music, even though they're good music, believe me. Those are not music that will last. You know, I think it was 2 years ago, last year I met Lord Ray-Ban out in BTL Park when I was doing that BTB festival thing. And I performed the song Every Day, which is another uplifting song. And he came to me, he said, Wilson, who wrote that? Says, I wrote it. Be like, I like that. I like what you do. You don't write songs and say, okay, this song will be a hit. Write songs that would be mega hit and timeless. You know, and that's what I do going to it. So invoking, when it comes to this song, all I wanted this song to do is just to make people feel proud and good about themselves.
What I find added to the song on Friday night, not only the song itself and the lyrics and the melody, but the performance itself. Let's talk a bit about what went into the choreography, the backup singers, the type of dressing. I see you even pull off a couple dance moves yourself.
I'm going to try.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing all right.
But that was also an aspect of the competition that was being graded as well.
Yes.
Aside from just the song, your stage presence, you had to captivate the crowd and keep your audience. Talk to us about that process.
How that went? Even before I got selected as a finalist, the song was finished and I sent it into Niche. And as I sent the song to Niche, I called Dwayne. Because guys, Dwayne is an amazing choreographer. I'm just telling you guys, all artists. Dwayne Moody, yes, hands down, the best, right? Call him, I sent him the song. He'd be like, so I expected him to call me like 5 minutes afterwards. He called me like an hour and a half to be like, Dwayne, why you took so long to call me? He'd be like, because I got lost listening to the song.
That's a very Dwayne response.
Yes, you know, and so I gave him my entire idea, what I wanted for the show. Then I asked him, what is your take on the whole production of it? Then he told me what he envisioned. I'd be like, scrap mine. Just scrap mine. Your one is so much better. And working, because we started 3 weeks before. So we had the dancers practicing separately with Dwayne. He covered that. We had the band, they did themselves separately, and then I worked with the vocalist separately. And the week before the show, we all came together and put the entire thing together. Now, vocalists, we had, we had Trimit Perrier. Everyone knows Trimit.
Yes.
Well, Channel 5 family, y'all should know Trimit.
He's a KTV judge tonight.
Yeah, I should be the guest judge, but we're not going to that.
Hey, we're not going to that. Sell yourself, man.
Dash it out.
Law of attraction.
Yeah, bring it to me. Trimit Perret, he's like no stranger. He's an awesome person, both mentally, spiritually, and she just knows who he is. You had Rajani Perret, which is his sister. Rajani is a seasoned singer.
Yes.
Again, she has been on Channel 5 shows from day one up until, Then Nicole Craig, we all know Nicole.
Amazing singer.
Yes, but the thing is with Nicole, physically she's not present there in the front, but we've heard her voices on so many different things, right? And also Annika Perez. She's another person who's not out there, but her voice, we hear that voice but don't know the face to the voice. You know, and so those were the singers. Backup dancers, we had Anjali. She's hands down one of the best dancers. That was the Hispanic girl. Then you had Diamond, Flash, and Delroy. You know, and like I said, we practice up until like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I live in Ladeville. So imagine I come down here to practice and go up to Ladeville, get up in the morning, have to do my 8 to 5 and back into practice. Then the next day do the vocalist, the other day do the band. So it was just like, oh my God, you know.
I think it's amazing how the fact that you are able to bag all these incredible talents. Like I think just being able to do that alone is a plus. But just based on what you're describing, a lot of people don't understand the work that goes into putting off a single performance. A single performance.
That 3 minutes will take you 3 weeks to put together.
Exactly. So when you're declared a winner, you're thinking, if you're just a viewer, oh, all right, you would have made the best in our 3-minute performance. But one would imagine, and you could correct me, that you have to develop becoming the best over a period of time.
It takes discipline. When it comes to, for vocalists, it takes discipline because there's so many things we cannot do with our voices that other musicians can do. Like I said, not on the stage. The musicians, their instruments are their instruments, you know. They can do whatever. Now, vocalists, we're different. This is our instruments, whatever. If we smoke, we damage it. You drink alcohol too much, you damage it. You drink too much cold stuff, you damage it. So vocal health, we have to focus on that too as artists, and we're not doing that. I'm not praising any artist out there, but guys, I know you guys personally, and if you guys don't take care of this, we won't have seasoned singers in blues.
Well, I mean, we've spoken about what the preparation was like leading up to a Friday night. Let's talk about those 3 minutes on stage. What was going through your mind there? You can see that video of you. You said it was like an outer body experience, but what are you thinking now that you're watching it?
Did I do that? No, to be honest, announcing my name, going up on stage, as they hand me the mic, I literally went, what am I going to? I just don't remember what I do on stage. And this is for every performance. I don't remember what I do on stage until afterwards I go and watch it and be like, oh man, okay, yes. You know, but when the song is finished and the crowd clap, you come back down and you be like, nothing went wrong, you know. It's just crazy.
What did it mean for you to be in a competition with some other very talented Belizean artists that are in their own right superstars?
I don't want to sound vain or sound arrogant. However, I did not listen to any of the other competitors.
Fair enough.
I didn't, because I didn't want whatever they do. Yeah, I just want to do me. You know, when I listened to their music was like the Wednesday, the Thursday before the show, because my stuff is set. I cannot change nothing, so it won't affect what I'm doing. You know, then I sat and listened to Hubie's one, listened to Shadow's one, Echo. The gentleman who sing "Who There Baby Father."
Yeah.
By the way, hands down, I was starstruck when I met him in the song. I'm like, I listened to your song for that Lee boy, and I never know that you. I don't remember his name.
Oh, so he was a part of the.
I know there was someone from the diaspora that was also a part of the song competition. Ignore. But there was also something else that I wanted to ask, because we had Miss Kim who spoke about an added aspect of this competition, or opportunity, I should say, which was artist development. You guys were able to put together sort of like a package for yourself. There was something added to that.
It's called a technical rider.
Yes.
Which a lot of artists in Belize were not familiar with that, because we do, perform, here's the mic and jump on the stage. No, technical rider, that's important, because then the stage production crew has to know where do you want your props, where dancers should be set, how the band will be set up, where the mics will be. Will the vocalists have the mic in their hand? Would it be wireless? Would it be wired? Would it be in the left? Would it be in the right? Where are you coming in from? Where the dancers coming in from? Because then, being on that stage is a lot of wires running. Is a lot of so. A technical writer is very, very, very important.
Was this something that you implemented in your production style? If you would be booked before?
In the past, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I did that because then I am a call it perfectionist.
Okay.
So you can ask the team. Even with song check, the band was playing and they played one note wrong, and I'd be like, no, stop. That doesn't sound right. We're doing this all over again. So we make one mistake, we got to start from the top, because if we start halfway, we might forget what we do.
Yeah.
You know, call me insane, but that's just the process.
And
of my
that's
work.
what gives
you
you
know?
the winning prize.
Yes.
Let's talk a bit about what it was like for you on stage when you stood next to Hubie and Echo in the top three, and then it was to be announced to the winner. Was what were you thinking?
It was us three, and three artists in their own right, I must say, because I've worked with Echo before. Mad respect for him. Hubie, I'm always a huge fan of him.
Of course.
Even when he entered some competition at 15 years old, little
Yes.
boy, little kid. You know, growing up, I watched him, a huge fan of him. When they said Echo came in third, we all shake his hand, and then the nerves set in. I was like, okay.
You have a big chance here, right?
Yeah, but it's see, in my head, what was going on is like, you have, he's talented, don't get me wrong. You have Hubie, who is more popular with this newer generation. Then you have myself, who grew up with a more classical generation and more elderly people. Who knows? Because I'll be honest, this new generation into this dega music,
You sound like Frankie Renault.
I'm part of that show too. Big up Frankie in the 80s show. Guys, get your tickets, it's available. Right? Yeah, but so the generation thing, I'm like, okay, so are we gonna do talent, or are we gonna do talent and hype? That was what was running through my head.
In that moment?
Yeah, in that moment. So I just looked at him and I'd be like, Hubie, I'm nervous. He'd be like, don't sit up because I'm nervous too. And when they announced him second, and later on I'm like, oh my God, this happened. And I lost it. Literally, it's like, I don't know what happened after that, because then the stage got bum rushed, and I just stood there with the trophy. Just take pictures.
This trophy,
Yeah.
you can take it.
This
You
one,
can
yeah. I
take
stood
it.
there like this. Just take pictures, take pictures.
That was probably also a part of that outer body experience.
Yeah.
I know that we didn't have a scheduled performance, but perhaps you can sing
Acapella?
just
Yeah,
one
he
line.
called already, you know, like, I'm not put me on this, but I put myself on this.
Okay, let's do this. Brave, I got 5 sound just to protect your liberty. Through the years you were there, making sure I was who I was meant to be. Bring your blessings on my beliefs. Take me back to the place, way back to the old time days when all of my primos come over and stay. Sleep on ground and flow next day, we all play. Bring your blessings on my beliefs. Oh, you wanted the chorus?
Beautiful! That was it. Look, guys, I wish you could sing.
Is that another chorus?
That's not even the
What's the
chorus.
And I will love you. I will love you now until forever. Sail my flag, oh no, I will never. 43 together, proud and free forever. That's perfect.
Woo! Wow. That is
Man.
beautiful.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
My question to you is, what did your daughter think after she realized that what she recommended became the chorus?
She said that night that I didn't win, she won, she took the trophy and she posed for all the pictures with all the photographers. She's right there. It's like, that's her win.
Yeah.
She's like, Daddy, now that you won, I could get my high heels and some nails. I'd be like, you out of your mind.
Nah, man. I mean, just hearing that song a cappella, Sabrina. I don't know why you're crying, but I can tell you why I'm crying. I'm just kidding. But that's how do we get access to this song?
It's on YouTube. You type in Wilson Greenwich, it's right there. Download link is there. And then we're also planning to do, before September starts, the video for it, but not to the the version that's on YouTube. I want to do a stripped down video, just piano, guitar, myself, the dancers, and the backup singers, and do an acoustic version of it. And that would be the video that would be pushed. That's a different version of the song as well. You know?
I could see that song stuck in people's heads.
What can we expect from you in the future, Wilson? I know you have your day job, but we want to see more of your artistry.
You know, I honestly, I love music. I love music so much. I want to do it so more. But I'll be real with you guys. Music in Belize, it's expensive, and there's so much politics behind the scene. You know, if you don't watch it, you get lost in all the mix. You know, and several times I always said, if I have to take out of my own pocket 60% of it and put it in, then no. I don't mind doing 40 and the business community do 60, but I'm not doing it on my own, because if I put in, my family suffer if I don't get back. So it's so much aspect to look for. But yes, I will be doing music, hopefully, but it's not going to be soca, it's not going to be punta, it's going to be music that I finally want to sing. Jazz, blues, R&B, ballads. Those are my style of music that I want. You know, so that's the aim from here on.
All right. Well, do you have any social media handles that we can follow your journey?
Yes, I'm on, what's that thing called?
Instagram?
That.
Instagram,
See, my nephew, he handles that for me. I don't do, honestly, I don't do the whole
social media.
You really show what generation you come from there then.
I came from the smarter generation. Guys, I must say before we go, because now we're strapped for time.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you to the dancers, the band, the singers, the vocalists, and also we had like moms. One of the dancers' moms, we call her moms because she was right there. Guys, you gotta get on the stage. Guys, your costume need to be good. Guys, you're not doing good enough. But thank you. Paris Butane in Ladyville, I choose to use business from the Ladyville community to back me up with this. So Paris Butane, thank you so much for your donation to this. You had Central Transit, this is the bus company that donated the bus for the Ladyville Villains to go to the show and back, and also to Captain Hookside Away and the Macintosh group of companies. Go visit their restaurant, best seafood restaurant, and water slide and pool.
Oh, we got to check them out. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Wilson, and congratulations again to you and your team. We can't wait to see what you come up with in the future.
Got you.
All right.
Channel 5 is always love when I was small to me.
Excellent. And we're looking forward to celebrating this season with her song.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Belize.
We are going to take our final break, and when we come back, we wrap things up.
Lincoln Force, and I work at UMall. 100% I will recommend Belize Bank mobile banking to everyone because it saves time, money, and gas price, because gas price is high right now. Belize Bank mobile banking just make life easier.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Child marriage is not just a legal issue. It's a matter of human rights and a form of gender-based violence. It often emerges from cultural beliefs and influence of closed-minded relatives, depriving children of their basic human rights to freedom, security, education, and a voice.
favorite Tuesday night entertainment. KTV The Remix Season 6 is here. Join us for an exciting night and a chance to win fabulous prizes. Plus compete in our halftime challenge. Get your tickets for just $5. Available at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. Can't make it in person? No problem. Watch it live on Channel 5 or stream it on Facebook and YouTube. The fun starts at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. KTV The Remix Season 6. It's hot, it's live, and it's only on 5.
Dengue and Zika alert. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. The Ministry of Health reminds the public that as we enter the rainy season, be aware of the dangers of dengue, chikungunya, and Zika. These are infectious diseases that are transmitted by the bite of Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus mosquitoes. These mosquitoes are most active in early morning and late afternoon. Activities that should be done to prevent dengue and Zika include: avoid having containers that can collect water in your yard. Cover water storage containers such as drums. Change the water in flower pots every 4 or 5 days. These are ideal breeding sites for the mosquito. With the elimination of breeding sites in and around the yard, dengue and Zika can be avoided. Dengue and Zika begin with sudden onset of high fever. Other signs and symptoms include rash, joint pain, eye pain. The public is also encouraged to use mosquito repellent spray or lotion on the body or clothing. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We had 3 wonderful conversations this morning, Paul. And of course, we want to say thank you to all of our guests who stopped by. I know based on our discussion that we had in our first segment, which was really the importance of getting your eyes checked. And of course, Quartz Optical having their back to school promotions, encouraging even kids to get their eyes tested. We want to have our viewers know that what they didn't mention was if you guys would like to use your insurance, that is also applicable over there at Quartz Optical. Aside from many other things, of course, you can get it on their credit plans, you can pay cash, but they are welcoming insurance as well.
And that's an excellent opportunity for those persons who have insurance to, if perhaps the financing is a bit of your concern, you have the insurance, you go over there and you make use of it in similar fashion as you would do at any other eye doctor, eye clinic. So.
Yes.
2 thumbs up to Quartz Optical.
Yes, and 2 thumbs up to the folks from Belaifa and Digi for supporting the Belize Kidney Association. You would know that in our second segment we were talking about their Kidney Association Gala that is set to take place in October. So if you're interested in supporting a worthy cause, even if you don't have kidney disease in your family, you might come across a loved one who's battling kidney disease or some illness associated with kidneys as well. So please support their cause. The gala is set to take place, as I mentioned, October 18th. And tickets are only $250 for general and $350 for VIP. Again, this is a part of charity. So aside from going and dressing up very nicely in your black tie and your pretty red dress, it's also supporting people that are battling something way bigger than them. So please support them as well.
And then in our final conversation, of course, we had none other than the man himself, Wilson Greenidge, this year's Belize Song Competition winner, who walked away with the grand prize for his excellent song and excellent performance on stage, backup singers as well as dancers. I think it was a well-deserved victory, and so we say congratulations to him, and we also thank him for being kind enough to join us on set and to give us a cappella performance,
Yeah,
right?
on the spot.
On
That's
the spot.
talent.
That is talent, and Belize have talent. I don't know who said Belize not have no talent, right? And so with that though, Sabrina, it's Tuesday. We have to wrap up the show.
It does it. It is August 20th, and if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Today is a very special day for me. I normally celebrate my birthday on April 11th, but I also celebrate my mom's birthday on August 20th. And even though she's no longer here with us, we've sort of created this tradition, Paul, since she passed away in 2020, to celebrate her Earth Day. And that essentially means the day that she was on the earth. So I celebrated her Earth Day with my siblings and my aunt and uncle and cousins on Sunday. And today now is her official birthday, so I'm saying happy Earth Day to my mama.
Happy Earth Day to Sabrina's mommy.
Yes, and as we mentioned again, if you're celebrating a birthday today as well, happy birthday to ya. And if you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oye@channel5belize.com.
And you could also catch us on Facebook every single day at Open Your Eyes BC,
as well as Instagram at OYE Belize. Thank you so much for joining us, and please do us a favor and join us again tomorrow as you open your eyes
and start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your mind,
and your hearts open.
Have a wonderful Tuesday.
Was brought to you by Smart, bringing people together, and the Belize Bank, our country, your bank.